You're now tuned in to radiodr.co.za.
I'm Nishi B. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Nishi B.
And I'm Danelle Mkobong
And this is Wineoclock.
on www.radiodr.co.za.
Hey guys, this is Nishi B.
And Danelle Mkobong
And you're listening to Wineoclock.
on www.radiodr.co.za.
Well, last week we spoke about... What did we speak about last week?
Spoke about a lot. They were just, but like mainly just issues or problems that face brown people.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yes.
Well, today's topic is how we went from studying one thing to working in a totally different industry from what we'd initially planned out to do.
Yes, and it is kind of also a brown people issue because I feel like you go to university straight after school to please your parents. Yeah. More than anything.
I tried a gap year. I was denied such. But anyway.
Child, I would have been baptized with the oil and the blood of the lamb to akipana madimoni. It would have been hectic.
Well, technically, that's not why I wanted a gap year. I just wanted a gap year to kind of figure out what I wanted to study.
Yes, that is a demon of indecisiveness.
Oh, man. Like, for me, I thought it was valid because I was like, guys, I've just uprooted my entire life to move countries. Like, let me just...
You forgot you was black?
I did.
No, it's all right, girl. No, it's all right.
Momentarily.
It's all right. Just a momentary lapse of, I'm too black to do this.
That's really nice time, guys.
No, me, I would have never crossed my parents, ever. It was like decide and go.
I really tried.
Yeah, and you get a side eye, like you haven't applied yet, and other kids have applied, and they're opening an acceptance letter, and my mom will come and be like, ingani kamandla nini bathi ba acceptile UCT sisi. You're like, oh, that's the whole question. Like, I'm making a statement and then sisi.
Yeah, she's now asked you a question.
And you're just like, oh, me?
Now you may speak.
Oh, no, I silently in KZN, hoping that I don't get baptized by the oil and the water, and they actually accept me. But, like, that was the thing. You make yourself like, you KZN is like, so big, so they do take a while to respond. So that was my whole thing. But at some point, I was unsure. I was like, no, look, am I getting into university or no? I don't know. One delay. Oh, we have one delay on the couch today.
Oh, yeah, we have a guest.
Yes, we have a
yes,
guest.
on the couch. That's what you guys go with.
Yeah, you're on the couch today.
Okay, cool.
Aren't you on the couch?
I am.
Drinking wine?
As opposed to a step ladder.
Anyhow, when did you get your letter? I feel like I got mine in January and I was already shitting bricks.
I applied in January.
Okay, so you were that person.
Yeah, I thought I was going to take a gap year. And then I went to a couple of functions and events at UKZN in Matric.
Yeah.
That made me decisive that I'm going to go to
UKZN.
varsity, UKZN. Specifically UKZN. Because it was in the area.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to go to like a Pretoria or a Joburg type of situation.
You just want to leave home.
Why not?
I love KZN, bro. I'm what you call a patriot.
I am a patriot to the Zulu kingdom.
Guys,
So much.
Yonke makes sense. KwaZulu, bro. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. Everything outside, and I've been to a couple of places outside of like the country and stuff like that. And I always just want to come back to KZN.
Yeah. No, me, I did a stint. And then I came running back. It's like my ass was on fire. I lived in Joburg for a while. Hey, guys, that 180 back was just like, ooh, I'm home. People understand me. People get me.
Some of us are just social people. And the pay could be better somewhere else. But the fact that I just can't go up to a random person and just start a random conversation about anything. We can have a 15-minute conversation about David Kwanzima Mhlabane.
Oh my God, guys.
Yeah, right. And it's a typical.
No, but that is a presumption. Because necessarily the person might not be able to respond.
No shit. in KZN,
No.
go up to anybody and say, hey, Wanzi, memhlabeni.
Uzothi, hey, Mata.
Hey, basenzani labantu?
Hey, akhuluma-ke manje.
Ngiyakutshela. So that's the part of
No,
society.
you know what,
that
I
miss.
think outside of like the culture and whatever, and I
Yeah.
don't want to say the culture, but just being in
It is the
Joburg.
culture, mate.
Outside of that, I just couldn't be in a place where I couldn't tagazela a police officer and leave with a goodbye and a smile and instructions that there is another speed trap 20 k's down
Yeah,
that
well,
way.
delay.
I need to calm
Instructions.
down, right?
Yeah.
Just detailed menu. I want to preaching masufika. Ay, Scott Beck. Hey, khona-ke lapho ntokazi bangakubambiki. I was, Makeba, ngiyabonga. Jay, all you need to do is just surname, smile, uyithoba uthi ngiyaxolisa ngonile nkosi yomthetho.
Phela.
And you're done.
Yeah, bro. And
You
it's
could have
not
been
even
doing 200 in a residential area. You tagazela that man.
Sekupheleni.
You're done. You get off with a warning and instructions of where the next roadblock is.
And Labo,
And
Lucy, actually going back to what you were saying, it's not even about the language barrier for me. I could go and learn a different language,
Sure.
but it's a cultural thing.
Ooh, actually, funny. Last week we had spoken about, like, briefly, very, very briefly, about being black or not able to speak your vernacular language, like in Africa
Simba now.
especially. But
Paid.
I want to shout out CK because CK like took the time out to like find an app and everything. Just basically like with a whole bunch of languages like Swahili and like some Nigerian languages. And are we allowed to say app names?
Yes, we can. Cowboy it.
No, guys, legal. Like, have we checked with legal?
Can we check with legal on that?
Like,
Just
I'm
give
not
us
trying to
legal.
get into trouble, guys.
Is that a yes, sir? Are
Please.
we?
Okay, we're allowed.
All right, we
to.
are cleared.
So the app is called Tasim First Words.
Okay.
On iOS, I'm not sure what it is on Android because.
Yeah.
J.
Just
'Cause
'cause-
J.
I don't know. Y'all find it. I've done enough. Okay, I've done enough.
So yeah, just that one shout out. I wanted to just say that about CK because
Okay.
Shane, my friend, did a lot.
Right. No. Yeah, well, the more
Yeah,
we.
that's dope. That's making an effort. People don't make an effort.
Yeah, people don't make enough of an effort
Yeah, bro.
So
to.
like with what you were saying now about the whole, it's not even a language barrier. Go. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's not even like when I got to Kenya, the
Yeah.
first thing I wanted to do was find out what the indigenous languages were.
Yeah.
And it was.
Don't you do that before you travel somewhere?
I feel like I do that before.
I
And then I
do it.
learn the hello, how are you? May I please and thank you.
The
for.
problem is
That's all you
sometimes,
Then
need
it's
to
like,
learn.
sometimes it's like,
"Ngicela,"
it's a bit-
and then you throw in an English word. And then they're like, yes. And then when you're done, and then you say thank you.
I check for other things online, like, you know, certain legalities.
Like, do I need a yellow
well,
fever
there's a
shot?
No, that's very
That's
low on my list. I
standard.
just need to know how to communicate.
Yeah,
like when I
I
went
need
to
to know.
Mozambique, I was like, okay, I need to know how to say hello.
Obrigado.
And I needed to ask if they could speak English. And then I switched to English immediately. They said yes. And then I said, thank you.
Here's my thing. Like with the whole looking up the terminology online, Google and most search engines have shitty ass pronunciation, yeah, bro. So now you know
Sure.
the word and you know what it means, how it looks. But now when you get on the ground and you have to actually say it, sometimes it's a bit disrespectful to be like speaking in a way that you know. Or on the other side, you
Or
could
like
just pronounce
Isfanagalo.
it. Nice. Even Isfanagalo, or
No, I mean, like, Isfanalo pisses me the fuck off. Woman is dry lagabi. And people needs to stop
Yeah,
doing
oh,
it.
but Isfanagalo
It's
is-
very
it's-
degrading. No, it's degrading.
because Isfanagalo is the historical context. of it,
Exactly.
is
No,
that
no.
that was, yeah,
no.
it came from the compounds.
Noma uqende kusawubona,
Yeah, it comes
because
from
if
the
you can't do
compounds.
that, fuck out of here with that
it's
bullshit.
Upoloni of race of
So posa
apartheid.
back.
Yeah.
Dlala kanjani?
Yeah, Upoloni of apartheid.
Lobo.
Yeah, enterprise.
Onamapiece
Enterprise.
cartilage. Ay,
Enterprise.
wena, we don't do that here.
So now that's what I did.
Don't
That's
shame
what,
the
when I
brand.
got there, I was like, the first thing I wanted to do was learn the language, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Because then you find out like that they prefer you speaking that language as opposed to English.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but touching down on the ground and you don't want to know the language, it's a bit disrespectful, like you guys are saying.
Ignorant app.
But like you
ignorant.
always, I mean, I tend to, I'll gravitate to like a flight attendant if Yabona she's part or some, because there's always someone on the flight.
For me, it's always the cab guy.
Yeah, who's going home.
Cab guy that takes you from the airport.
Yes, and the cab guy.
That's the guy.
So I always think, and then or the guy at customs who's checking your shit. Because you know, when I talk to the guys at customs
More than I need
all
to.
the time,
Really?
I have the biggest conversations with the guys at customs,
Why?
which is how I managed to not take my shoes off because they wanted to take my shoes off when I went to Ghana.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
just
take your
like,
shoes off.
and this guy is just like, what? I'm like, and we just started.
You could have a
and-
bomb on your elbows.
Right? And I'm just
Nah.
like, and I've got this just awkward energy. Look, I don't have a bomb in my elbow. Okay? And I'm just like, but like, I don't want to. Also, I forgot, because I read that I would have to, do this. But like, I forgot.
You read up
So-
that
Leaving
extensively?
South Africa.
when I was entering in Ghana.
Oh, getting into.
Yeah, now
Oh,
South
okay.
Africa, they don't make you take your shoes off.
Nah, that's
Right,
not good.
That-
but when I flew back from Namibia, I had to. I was like, "What the
What
fuck
is happening?"
this?
And
And it was the
Dindara
first time
film.
that it had to happen, and I was like,
And then,
Because
like,
South
the
Africa's a
custom
progressive
guy,
country.
Yeah, the guy explained to me, he's like, we don't usually do it, but we've been having like a Boko Haram thing, so we're being extra vigilant. But me and my weird awkward energy and the da-da-da, and my weird twee, that I was, trying to get it together with the guy, he was just laughing the whole time. He's just like, hey, my sister, go. Oh, you South Africans are funny. And I was just like, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you from Azania. Eningizimu Africa, Shabo. It's just like, go, okay, just go.
I'm
And then
okay.
as I'm leaving, I kind of take the
I'm
wrong
sorry,
turn. He's
Janelle,
like, no.
You just said Azania. Have you heard the super work now? The super work rebuttal to Azania.
Ooh, what is that?
Who named us Azania?
Ah,
Because it wasn't black people.
Sasuke Pela, you why?
That is the super work, overwork. Manje ukuthi ekusena kahle kahle.
I wonder sometimes when you're aiming and you completely
So woke, you dream it.
overshoot the moon.
Was it?
Kanti siyolenda.
When I heard that one, I was like, oh my
Siyolenda
when do we
thina.
God.
get? When do we get past the extra PG?
South Park called it a win
No,
in 2017.
we're not
South
doing
Park
that.
called it in 2017.
This is what
PC.
we're not doing.
PC.
No, this is
Everything must be politically correct.
This is what we're not doing.
Look,
PC culture, PC principle.
look.
Because I feel like this conversation
Lock.
can easily go left, and
Okay.
that's not what we're talking
Okay,
about today.
let's go back to the
Let's go
agenda.
back
Let's
about
go, yeah,
Stick
go
to the
back
agenda.
agenda.
So you applied to UKZN simply because you didn't want to leave.
Yeah, and he did it late.
I decided late that I wanted to have a university experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want to have a varsity college type of experience.
I did that.
I was like, I was
I
super
wanted
blown
to
away.
say something, but I
was blown away by the
back
fact that
in
it's
my
like-
head.
Thousands of people at the varsity, different types of
really
people.
wish I'd done
I'm not trying to do the 20 people in a class. This is not high school.
Because now I'm back in school, right?
Yeah, bro.
Now see,
Yeah, bro.
clicky. We're back to
Yeah,
being
bro.
clicky. I feel like, Tina, out. I remember the first time, Ecos 101. We are so full, we're sitting in the stairs.
So
And,
because the sociology 101.
The lecture hall house is about 350. Then people are standing, sitting on the floor, and it's maningi. Oh, Mark. It's like, okay, there's 500 of you guys. I'd say look to the left, look to the right, but by the time next week happens, all of you sitting on the floor won't be here.
Machine. Yeah.
And
And
it's
it's
just
true.
like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not just, this is the truth. And on top of that, 6 weeks into the course, after the first negative marking, multiple choice test,
God, you got to
there'll be
varsity
even
and
fewer of you.
choice home,
Negative marking.
Yeah, that was eco.
It
I heard
means
that.
if you answer it wrong, siyamayinasa. Ncamela
Minus point,
ungaphenduli.
yeah, minus
Ncamela ungaphenduli.
minus 25%.
Babaka, yazini man uyeke mawungazi. Mawungekho
Ungazi
sure.
shiye bethu.
Yeka.
Caca.
There's
In
no
ecos,
guessing
kwakucaca
here.
that this is what I know. This is what I don't know. Yeah, what you're willing to take a gamble on is a little bit in between. God.
Are you willing to roll the dice?
No.
Are you?
Then you had sociology, 100 multiple choice test out of 100.
What?
Sociology 101,
What?
100 multiple choice out of 100 marks, 3 hours. I think I finished it in 45 minutes.
I can't.
God.
You
3
just start
hours.
coloring
3
in.
hours.
Right?
I feel like this one means something.
Yeah, but you guys are built like that. Some people actually aren't, their minds aren't built in that to think like that. So they need to make sure they will engage every single question and refer to something in the textbook, and some of them have songs. It's like formulaic. People think in different formulas. Like the same way it's easier for somebody to
I'm
write.
arguing, why do I have 100 multiple choice? Can I write an essay or something?
To make sure what you have learned.
Like, let me fumble through it or something, man. 10 marks, essay.
Like 5 questions out, two.
But
Can
then-
you say in 10 lines?
Second year, it's essay. Second year, then it's essay. It's like 50 marks for essays each. Yeah.
Wow, man, I would have not survived 100 multiple choice questions. Like, my brain would have started seizing.
I would have felt lazy.
I loved it.
Oh no, I was just like, no, I couldn't do that. I need to write essays. Just yes.
Do you know, like, essays are like that one thing I love, but the one thing I hate? Because, like,
Yes.
I feel like I just need to say what I need to say, but then, people want you to write and write. And
No,
just
they
use many
actually
words.
just want you
And
to
I'm
say
just
what
like,
you need to
Literally
no,
just that.
Like, I got cut down on marks in high school all the time because I didn't write and write.
Hayi,
and
high
write.
school in
And I
the
was
creative
just like,
writing sevasi manje. Sisehlala endabeni, asekho high school. I want to be creative, and this is how it made me feel. And the clouds were pregnant, so it was
in
about to rain.
biology,
No.
In biology.
Ever since uhlala endaweni, I remember a friend of mine's mom is a lecturer. She got her master's. She's almost going to get her PhD. Ooh,
Flex.
black women.
Shout out, Mamo.
So happy for mommy. And she was just like, no, nah, but they have like okay, I need this word to say this and that and that. Everything else, you're wasting my time and yours. Hlala endabeni.
Yeah, the older you get, the less they want
yeah,
you to
yeah.
write.
Say-
The less you need to say.
Which is really screwed up about like the school system in South Africa. That's like it's not even the school system ever. It's not it's standardized, but it's not built for the next phase.
It isn't. It's
Each
like a
phase is you
complete-
start, okay, forget what you learned in the last phase.
We're here now.
Yeah.
We're here now.
And it's just like
and you're
it's
like,
like
no,
seven-
but how did we get here? And then they say, remember when you learned bomb
No.
dash or botmas? No, you told me to forget. I listened. Me, I forgot. Now you're trying to remind me. Tisha.
Do you know what I envy is how the Asians do things, where it's like, okay, I see your interest in this, so we're gonna hone in on this.
Yeah, but they also make you work 6-hour weeks
Yeah, there's
from
that.
like 6 to 6.
There's
It's weird.
that.
Like
But,
a friend of mine
at
was
least
telling
you
me.
know
You can't
what
George
you're
Campbell.
good at
We got
very
George
early.
Campbell. We have
Khona
technical schools.
technical what?
They're just frowned upon.
Yeah, we
They're
don't all want to
just
do
frowned
technical
upon.
stuff.
Yeah, that is.
Which is what the world actually needs. Even to going back to the actual overarching topic of this thing of ukuthi baningi abantu abayofunda ama
studied
cognitive
this.
skills. So
and then
abafunda
dololo.
Yay.
when that person could have done a lot better if they just went to an effigy college.
And people were specializing in what they're what they like, what
Actually
they
good at.
and what they're good at.
I get yes, bruh, nothing destroyed us more than be whatever you can be.
Ha!
Yeah,
listen.
boy, and
I mean, I took that and I ran with it. I was telling someone, I'm just like, guys, I'm a jack of all trades. You ask me my job history, ask me something. I've done it. I've done it. I've just
Isn't
been
that
pop,
annoying, though?
pop. I've been here. I've done that. But also, process of finding myself, process of you's grown and you ain't gonna sit on the couch and scratch your balls all day.
Sibadala.
And we're black. Asikho lapho.
Yeah, we're
Lalela mawuqedile esikoleni you need to find something. Noma ubambe itoka ka checkers ngeke uhlale endlini. Ngeke ngikufice la. Ngikushiye ekseni la kusofa dinewo. Mangibuya usahleli kulo sofa lo. No. Mommy, just like so at some point
I needed an off day
like,
off.
like at some point
Just
she catches
one
me.
off day.
Obviously, I'm on the couch. Where am I going to go? But like as she opens the door, I get up from the couch I was sitting in and I sit in a different couch. And I'm like,
I moved.
Kilojoules burned.
All of
I
them.
moved. Just so you can't say, Ungshiela. Insane. But like, no, these are
But
the
that was the
chronicles.
biggest project. It was the wool over everybody's eyes. Is what
Yeah.
that you can go and study whatever you like.
Do whatever,
and whatever you
can
studied,
do.
you could be.
Be what you can be, and you'll get there and you'll be awesome at it.
Because the thing is, the reality is that what you want to be changes over time. While
It
you're
does.
chasing
You
it.
change over time, yeah.
Think about it like this. umuntu, basically in our parents' era, manager, teacher.
Yeah.
Yabo? And principal is the nurse. Food, yabo?
Yeah.
And
If you're a doctor, you bougie me.
Hey. Wena wa adoptwa a white family
shuba,
because
yeah.
your mom worked there and they really liked her.
And then what did the parent? What did our parents do? Okay, no. So manager, HR.
Yeah.
Now they are flipping. It's outsourced.
There's a gazillion HR officers.
There's apps now coming for accountancy.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody they thought they were going to go to a private firm
Hey.
and earn 40 as a startup realized actually the only jobs you have are with other startup companies because the accountants that are there
Yep,
are
they're
saturated.
Here. Yeah.
It's a saturated
And
thing.
it's that whole any 2-year-old with a phone can Google search.
Yeah.
I'm a researcher.
Google changed anything you decided you wanted to be.
There used to be a career called a typist. When 3-year-olds are typing more words per minute than I can. Right? There used to be a typist.
So
That
it's,
was a job. No, it was something.
Hey, now I know it's different.
but on the other end of the conversation,
Guys, oh my God.
on the other end of the conversation, guys, is that there's other people that it worked out for.
Yeah.
Where umuntu nyoni engineering science block.
Yay.
We keep
Nama-lab coat
lab coat and a sponsor. Wapuma suma cum laude walandwa same time.
Walandwa before I put
Before I put this-
Headhunted.
There's a person that you and I personally know that is the head of legal in the public prosecutor, in the public protector's office.
Hey, and he was such a bookworm nerd person, but he was cool though.
He was super cool, but he
was
knew what he
cool,
wanted to do.
And he was
He didn't
fixated
look at the
it.
paper and look at his marks and said, this
Yeah.
would
Maybe
look good.
this one.
Yeah, no, he was just like, this is it. Sing Lana.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, but Family Flex, my sister, she knew she wanted to be a lawyer since we were kids.
Dude.
Yeah, but she's
and
an
she's
advocate
doing
now.
like amazing.
You know, like sometimes you look at people like that in your life and you envy them and you're just like, but I feel sorry for you equally. Like
Yeah, but
you've never had that switch in.
But also, I'm
then
content
But
because
not
I've
my
never
sister.
needed it.
jealous that you've always had your plan. You've known,
Yeah.
like, from
So they don't
jump,
need the
this is what I'm
switch
doing.
because they were always the plug. My baby Wi-Fi, always on.
Annoying though.
My baby always
and if we're
on.
honest, I'm running way to bro, 1 foot in, 1 foot out of our plans.
Yeah.
Our life
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I really think I want to do this, God.
It takes something to, like me, look, ask me just from varsity from Bani. My first
did you
job
study?
straight out, environmental science.
Rocks and soil.
Environmental science. Earth, rocks, and soil was a completely different module. So you need to get that correct.
GIS and inspector.
Yes. Get it together. Anywho, and I was so solid and had a plan. And I graduated in record time and I got my job really fairly quickly. Because by like how much I was moving. Oh, I'm going, got a job, Joburg, this. And I got there and I was thriving. And I got promoted. They were like, oh, you're not an intern, you're a junior girl. Get it together. It was moving. And it took some... I don't want to be triggered, so I'm not going to say it. But it took a person, an individual...
Self-care, girl.
To...
Self-awareness.
Aluthe nje inkampani. Salahlekelwe imisebenzi. Now you're trying to find... Because now you're in this awkward... No, you're a junior in this and you're doing it and you're great. Yeah. But also, you don't even have a year's worth of experience yet. So, where am I going to hire you? No, but it's cheaper to get the person straight out of varsity because you are the person, straight out. So, I want them in that awkward, no, but at least I've got like a year's working. And then I hustle. And people who like are done consulting for, I'd off the cuff, they'd use me. I want an EIS. I'm just like, okay, this is my fee. And they pay me and they know, listen, I'm looking for a permanent job, but this is what they can do. So if they need help on a project, research this is paper, da-da-da-da-da. Me, they just call me up, pay me. And I was living like that for a while.
That's pretty dope.
Still experience. I'm a consultant. I can do this, but like there's this medical aid, there's this, there's that. There's also, dude, if I don't call you and the project has dried up for 3-4 months, no one's gonna take care of me. So I made the decision to come back. And it was that speed bump. Otherwise, and I keep saying, like my brother and I were talking the other day, I'm just like, I understand that if I had stayed, I'd probably still be living and working in Joburg. Yeah. I'd probably be
miserable app.
No. I loved it. Don't get it twisted. Loved it. And I'm pretty sure I would still love it. Because even now, I'm very interested when my friend calls me up for EIAs and stuff. I do them. And I get paid on the side for it. I can still do it. Why not?
Diana.
But
passive incomes I'm talking about.
yeah. So I talked to, and I was like, I would probably be one of the people who are on the chopping block, Eskom.
Sure.
I used to do a lot of projects for them. You senior management role, because it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
That's where I would be. And my head is either, did you or did you not do a good job? Hopefully, I'd hope that I would have continued to be a workhorse that
suspension
I am.
letter we told you.
But it wasn't me. It was him. And now I'm singing like a canary because I will sing.
Because you will sing
like a canary.
For no part.
Just give me some warm honey for my voice because I'm about to start this solo. But so that's what I was like. And I would have been in that career path. And then I would have been that person who was decided and got up and go. And I had so many plans in the industry and sometimes I still consult for people who have big plans in the industry. But that speed bump, which was the worst thing to ever happen to me at the time, turned into a rolling of me now finding myself living my best life, enjoying every single part of what I do.
Sure.
And where I'm at and the scars I collected along the way. Because it makes me so much more valuable.
Sure.
Otherwise, one job, one company. Yes, I'm a professional. I'm an expert at what I do at work. But this is all I know. I never, deviated or taken another path. So I can look at it, and then hindsight is 2020 because you. I'm depressed, guys.
That's the thing. For me, I'm of the school of thought where that catches up to you. Simply because of how the mind works.
Yeah.
Above it, nothing manifests more than regret and curiosity, bruh. In the mind.
Yeah.
I think that's why my soul is racist, because I'm always just but what if?
Yes.
Me, I no longer have what if thing I let go.
You know what annoys me, right?
Yeah.
What if we ghost?
What I've found about myself and what irritates a lot of people around me is that I trip and fall into jobs that I don't really have any experience in. And then I flourish. And then I'm like, so I've accomplished this. I want to do something new.
Yeah.
And then I go look for things.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, I'm also scared to just be this is it. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm great at.
Let me ask you
Because I
this.
want to do all of it.
Let me ask you this. But
Yeah, me
the
too.
all of it are you doing that you've been doing? Have you been doing it at the same time or one after the other?
Sometimes it's the same thing. Other times it's individually. And then I'm like, I've learned this skill.
Sure.
I'm bored now. Let's do something new.
Look, and
Annoying.
no, but curiosity is,
It's dope.
the spice of life. It what
Yeah,
keeps it
sure.
rolling.
But guys, I feel like that is now. And
But then also another thing is what makes you become bored of it?
routine.
Because there's a thing of not completing things.
No, I complete everything. I learn all this. Okay, maybe not everything. I learn all the skills I want to learn.
Yeah, well.
And then I'm like, I don't like this one. I don't feel like doing this anymore.
Okay.
That's when it's technically your comfort zone.
Well,
Then I'm
maybe
bored.
is your next hop maybe in a company that, unlike the company you're currently in right now, it specializes in doing that thing.
Yeah.
And then outside of going and learning to be an engineer or a ship captain, you're going to kind of stay in the office and do that. And then
Wow.
you can't necessarily just kind of move around
But those are the margins.
easily.
Ship captain.
No, but that's
No,
when
but
I'm making the extremes. And I'm thinking where I'm at is, okay, I'm a rep right now, but I can easily transition into the marketing side. I can easily transition to distilling, to this, to
that's
that,
exactly
to that.
the thing, yeah, well.
Because it doesn't necessarily mean
I
such a
see what you mean.
specialized
Yeah.
skill set. One of the companies that you find yourselves in is, I'm good, great, but now I'm here and I feel like I've accomplished it. And then there's, no, but we're not going to study to be an engineer or a ship
But that's the
captain.
problem. That's the problem with
Or
even
an
qualifications
artisan.
is that professions, for me, I don't know,
Yeah.
from a young age, I just felt like professions, especially with the whole structured degree thing, I don't
Yes.
get how people
Yeah.
agree to. How can you tell me and force me that if I want to be a
This
lawyer,
you
this is
have
all I need
to-
to know? What if I want to learn
for
about
now.
classical civilizations because I want to learn about the Latin outcomes
Take it as
of
an elective.
everything?
Read in
I
your
got like
own
2
time.
I ain't trying to read in my own time, bro.
Read in your own time.
Own time. I paid money.
This is
I
not
paid
lawyer
money to
time.
learn.
This is own time.
I paid money to learn on this time, and I need
And
to
this
be.
is your specified
Yeah,
time?
because even like I don't know which study it was. You might need to look it up. Yeah, about all the people. Yeah, was kind of my naysayers, kind of my tutors, lah.
Yeah.
Shama
Yeah.
But it's yeah, about ELLB.
Yeah.
Is being criticized right now as a qualification
Yes.
because of its lack of social skills.
Yes. 'Cause
Those
you
guys don't do
require-
any
all they
social
do is
skills.
case readings, exams, losing.
How are you judging members of society with those social skills?
You remember we had a friend.
Mizwile.
We had a friend.
Losing
I won't
hair.
mention his name, but he started going bald. Enzilo.
Can
He
you?
started. It's why are you going bald? He
Oh,
started
well,
going
bruh.
bald.
It's stress.
No, ushubile njalo. Tina, we'd be like walking out. I want on campus, just we were sitting.
I
at the
get the
lawn.
lecture, le?
Boom.
The lecture is gonna
Walking
miss me.
out. We're gonna go to the club. Ngabo 10, and you're like, oh, let me collect something, or let me collect money from someone there on campus.
Yeah.
And you walk into the law library, and everyone's just like, you could. It's palatable. Anxiety, and depression, nama broken dreams.
just too
You
much.
could just see them.
Broken dreams, guys.
It's too much. Some things you just need to know what kind of animal you are, and if
Yeah.
you're not willing to excel at the rate of the people that are going at it, girl, guy. Phuma lapho mfethu, akuyona into yakho. Because I believe if you're not willing to excel, if you don't want to excel at something, then it's not for you. It's not part of your purpose. It's not part of your thing. Anything that you excel at is what you should focus on in life.
Yeah.
And then build everything else around that.
Again, the Asians, guys. The Asians.
Yeah.
But the Asians,
It's a bit too. It's a bit fascist. It's fascist just because I like video
feel
games.
like
Now I
I'm
must be in
like,
software
You
programming.
need to be perfect at.
You
at
need
it
to be
as well.
perfect at it
Yeah,
now.
but what if I just want to ride cows for the rest of my life in the West?
Nah, that's not part of the game.
No social skills. Lapo humanity was frowned upon. Huh?
Why are you
I want to be a
riding?
bull rider. Like, go riding bulls, bro. Like in the West, like the John Wayne movies. You don't understand. Like,
Look, your Pantone is a bit too dark for a younger bull rider, but also be all you can be.
yeah, but yeah.
They are black
Look, they
Spaniards.
are. They are.
I was gonna say Spanish people. And
I
other
look.
Oh my God.
He's in the US, like Spain.
In the West, I'm in the West.
They are black Texans.
We're not
Yeah,
saying they are.
yeah. In Alabama and
But
all
like
that.
you trying to be like the
That's
hillbilly.
Yeah, like
No,
Billy
we
Bob,
don't do that.
like
No.
We don't do that.
Billy. Okay, we don't Billy Bob.
We don't do that. That is what we do.
But so
Billy
like,
Bob.
yeah, it's
motherfucker.
the cruel joke is that now the one faculty that was always frowned upon is the most
the
important
one,
because
yeah.
everything else can be automated except for human behavior.
Exactly. And human skills. Because I'm just like, I've never done this.
There's IA, guys.
I've never this.
For now.
Yeah,
There's
for now.
IA.
For now.
But AI needs to be programmed by a human being. Unless they
Sure, but then
unless
they don't
choose
have to be
splice us,
social.
sure, like
they have to be social.
The human beings programming the IAs, they don't have to be. They need to
No,
be
I'm saying the
Asian.
AI has to be social.
Oh,
really,
yeah.
we're the generation of I want, and I want it now.
Yeah, instant
You want to
gratification.
talk
Consumers.
to your friend now, and then supelin, and then you want to go into your phone.
Yeah, but you can't assume that that's going to be the generation until the world ends.
Look at the kids that came after us.
Eventually, people are going to get tired of the information, and then it'll go back to Reddit. Those
Will
type
we
of
get
vibes.
tired of information?
Kids are already tired of the misinformation.
No, they're really not.
There's Reddit. Go to Reddit.
And I only read one subculture. And the asshole.
Even like think about it, like you,
Topic I read.
like you, even as a person, as a perfect example, is that
No, don't do this.
you have gone through all the saturation now, and you get your music from online streaming.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's thoroughly progressive. That's like a lot of people are still 3 years behind that.
Yeah, I'm downloading.
Yeah, well,
I'm asking my
yeah.
friends to put music on a USB.
It's a push city. Yeah.
Yeah.
People. Okay.
So you
now
can
that
never
I
assume that
I
where you are is where
recently
society
saw
is.
Someone selling a CD
Mm.
that I know, and I was just like,
No,
we
fam.
don't do
No,
this
I remember a
anymore.
friend of
We're in
mine
the
last
digital
week
age.
was traveling to Bloem, and they're like, do you have an external with movies? And I'm just like, I stream everything. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Right?
Does
Yeah,
that?
I think I
Who
quoted
are
that
you?
Everybody in this room is in the upper 10%.
Like, who are... No, we are.
All of us, yeah, in the upper
are.
10%.
You know,
Dare we say even the 1%?
Vele. I mean, like online lapho,
Yeah.
vele.
Even in the 1%.
See, lap.
Because khona izinto nje that things happen to you and you're just like...
And do you know how you... Nushi, do you know where you learn this type of stuff? In social skills, in sociology. Understanding that there is your world, there's your internal, and then there's the external around you. And how both are required for you to live a fulfilling life.
okay.
I mean, outside
You know
of...
that, why I say this? Because
Yeah.
I prefer to online shop to minimize my
Human interaction.
My human interaction.
I just don't like shopping.
But then, no, I love shopping.
I don't like
okay,
shopping.
I think I like spending money, not particularly
Yeah,
the art
I like
of
spending
shopping.
money,
Yeah.
not shopping.
But then on the flip side, I'm like, I need to see my friends, even if it's one of them, continuously. But just one person.
Yeah,
One
well,
at a time, guys.
One at a,
One
like,
at a
just,
time.
just so I can figure out that I'm still social outside of my job, because you go to work
Yeah.
and you kind of are that person for those 8 hours, and then you're a different person when you leave.
Think about it
your
like
job.
this. Think about it like this. Like everybody, there's a lot of people that like yourself that feel like, okay, cool, I'm good in my own space, being alone and stuff like that. But there's a reason why solitary confinement is a punishment in jail.
Yeah, I know that. Like
we are
I
social
like being
humans.
You're a
alone.
social
But
human.
also,
alone to
she's not
recharge.
confined, so
Yes,
she
that-
can leave when she wants.
It's that.
She can make a phone call and
That's
invite
the
people.
trick.
Yeah, but when you're locked up, you are. That's where the brain comes in. It's just like,
That's not
nah,
like-
That's where the brain goes, 'cause you
Let's
don't
get
have
out.
the choice anymore.
let's get
It's
out
the
and
choice.
and
Yeah.
you lose time and you lose all of these and you just start, wow, I feel like I slept for 5 hours, but then your meal hasn't come, so you know it hasn't been 5 hours. It could have been 5 minutes. You're just like, no, man, why did I stab that guy?
Actually, let me ask you a question, both of you. Do you regret studying what you just studied?
Yes and no.
Okay, winner?
Hell no.
No.
That's
Why?
nasty,
Why no? Why yes? Why yes?
Because I've never gotten a chance. Oh my God. Like, I can hear water running outside and it sounds like someone peeing. I'm so sorry. My mind just went off.
They've just finished peeing.
Or running the tap. It's whatever, really.
Well, it's your yeah.
He shook it more than twice. He's playing with it.
Oh my god.
Because I've never gotten a chance to actually use what I studied. But that's actually because what I studied, when I started studying it, is defunct the correct word?
Yeah, it's used
Yeah.
defunct.
And it kind of went from being PR to marketing being one department.
Yes.
And then I just kept falling into different jobs where I fell into a marketing department, where I fell into admin, where I fell into procurement, where I've fallen into repping, where I've just been all these people, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I've used my PR-ness in knowing how to do public speaking, which I still hate, which
I
Yeah.
love presenting.
Yeah.
People.
like,
Woman,
even
like,
though
and it's kind of spotlights.
I can't do this. Like, literally, it's like, even in a room of people I am familiar with, I'm like, okay, there's 20 of you. I see you every day. We speak every day. But then I stand up there and I'm like, I
You
just
have
wanna
20
vomit.
people?
No, I mean, like, in terms of, like, varsity or whatever, when I was at BC or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
But, like,
Because it was like,
no, I mean, like, in...
yeah.
Like, even at 20 people, I'm like, oh my God, I just want to die. I don't want to
Oh,
do this.
no.
And I do it. And people are like, oh my God, you did so great. You were audible. You said
Right, and you're
relatable."
just
and I'm
like,
like,
I wanted to throw up.
die.
But why haven't you done it like in your personal capacity? People don't do the qualifications in their personal capacity.
Stop being scared. In the words of all my friends, stop being scared.
We promised to cut her off end of next month if she doesn't do what she needs to do.
Yeah, but...
Oh, wow.
Talk.
But I actually figured out why I'm scared.
You have 32 days.
I know that.
Like a
but
fixed deposit account.
this alone, guys? This
Yes.
alone...
Yes. You're renting this friendship.
But I was listening to a different... oh my God, Jester, do your job. But I was listening to a different podcast where they were talking about how, growing up, how, like we were speaking about last week, how being black and growing up in a brown family where you aren't allowed to fail at the plan.
Yes.
This is the plan, and this is all you know.
And if you
in my-
deviate from the plan, you need to have an equal to or more awesome plan.
Exactly.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll take away my love for you as a child.
Yes.
So then I got to adulthood,
Jessica.
and I realized that, hold on, I still hold myself to the standards I was held at when I was a child.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it sucked as a child, and I punished myself.
And it
to
sucks
adulthood.
now.
And it sucks now. And I'm like, why the fuck do I still hold myself to those same standards when it hurts as a child?
Irma, I still do. I feel like that's the one reason why I succeed or exceed when I do things.
Did it make you
Yeah.
happy?
Look, nobody's talking about happiness right
Exactly. Did it
Me,
make you happy?
you know what's that? When the people punish themselves and they say like, the Lord's Prayer, a million.
Yeah.
Every day it's like, bah,
Penance.
bah, penance. Do great. You need to do excellent. But look, Mina, and I was talking on this, I'm sure with you once before, but with another friend of mine on how I resented my mother. And I find that a lot of brown women resent their mothers because they treat them differently from their brothers.
Yep.
Because they seem to give more leeway to the boys. But in growing
boys will be
old-
boys.
Borns and the firstborns.
No,
Boys will be boys.
I'm just on the male female, yabo.
Okay.
And I find Uguti, we were like even my grandma, what that they had their boots on our necks because they grew up in a time where for a black person you're nothing. You're a maid.
Mm-hmm.
You're a whore. You're a teacher. You're a nurse being paid dirt.
Yeah.
So they clawed themselves as much as they could to educate us. And on top of the education, formal education, to remind you at every opportunity that they got, ukuthi, just because you've got this and I'm beating you at every point so that you're stronger. Not because I'm breaking you. But it broke us. It did, because we grew up in a different time. But I can see now, and when I turned, and I think we all kind of agreed that, well, when you turn about 25, your whole relationship with your mom kind of changes. And you can see it. Once you've experienced the sexual harassment, you've experienced the man getting a promotion for doing jack, or the white person for just being white and existing. And when you're working hard and you're doing this, and the world is not designed for you, black girl. No. But I feel like our mothers
Please could
and our grandmothers...
refrain from anything that has to do with black child, black boy, black girl,
Jay,
black...
no.
No,
For this one, I need...
As
I need-
abangani bami,
No.
we aren't those
We're not
people.
being woke. But I'm just
We're
saying...
not those
This is not a
people.
woke
This is not a woke...
situation.
Me, I'm just describing...
Yeah,
this
just,
is why.
just going forward,
My
yeah.
mother and
Oh,
my
you're on your
grandmother-
own, black child, I see
No,
again.
mate,
I'm sure
no,
you're on your
not.
own.
It's not a woke
No,
thing.
it's not a
Okay,
woke.
okay.
It's very
As
much
a black
my mom
woman.
Yeah.
would,
Yeah.
hey, one fork, beat me like I stole something. One fork. Meantime, she comes home, the boys have been sitting there with piles of dishes this long, and she's like, how yes, Inchen? I got beat to
The boys are still going to get drafted to the wall.
But like I get it. It might have been subconscious to them, but I get it, and I can sit and say I appreciate it. But fortunately, from being, I want to say first or second generation, well, first in my family, first generation, you're out, you've gone to the good schools, you've got the education,
Yeah.
you can stand up and fight against your parents. Maybe when they're left, we respect each other. And when you're going left, I'll tell you, nah, fam.
Yeah.
With respect, and step back a couple of steps. 'Cause that backhand can still come.
You remember.
Nah, fam. Oh, ma, go show into. And you're speaking out your neck all disrespectful like, and she starts moving towards you. You kind of step 3 steps because you don't know. That backhand might just... You're just like, oh, ma, saying shy work. Yo,
It's about that
I'm
time.
almost 30, but saying shower, ma.
Lalela.
And it could happen. It's just like a, and then you're just like, no,
It's not nice.
and then
anymore.
you're just like,
So
and if she's close enough, and then you look around, is there a teacup? Is there a slipper? Is there something just chilling on the table? And you're just
Always
like,
look around
no, you just got to just respectful level, and I will
I'm telling
beat
you, bro. But like with
like the
there's
child
something you
are.
said about the realization, like at 25 and stuff like
Yes,
that, around
yes.
those ages or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I had a very profound situation at that time because I didn't have a very close relationship with my father,
Yeah.
but he was present.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it was just like, last born tendencies, which I recently learned because I was so close to my mother. I've got only child tendencies as well.
Yes, you do.
Join me, friend. Join me.
Which was
You
crazy.
do.
Like I was doing some reading
do
up or
have
something.
that.
You're
like,
an only child with siblings.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
Join me,
But like,
friend.
I only found out like later on in life that like my mother is passionate about interior design, because prior to that point, they couldn't afford to have a passion.
Yeah, you
know,
want
what
passion
is
for who?
that?
Yeah, well,
Make
then,
money, get these kids fed,
For leisure, later,
educated.
if we go find the history,
Hayibo.
I'm a historian.
Abang.
I've been shat on by the boss
Abang.
16 hours.
Abang.
You know what I mean? Span 16 hours when it's on you're the historian.
Historian for what? It was bad for blacks. Keep it pushing. That's all you need to know about history. You don't
know,
want to
Mom,
go back.
I want to do uzotweba wena.
Otweban.
Uzotweban wena.
I feel sorry for our parents because they didn't have
No, they went through a lot, guys.
They did not have a
did not.
Yeah, they didn't
absolute
have a
chance.
chance, and then they had kids who made them go through the most.
A lot of people don't even
But
know
that
what their
wasn't an
parents.
us choice. We didn't ask to be made. They
Hey.
decided to
Yeah, that's another thing. That's
Okusalayo.
Leo. That day is a byproduct of the privilege that they gave you.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you. I didn't ask to be born, mommy. What's that?
Yeah,
I am a lost born.
yeah, blind.
I'm
But
a
then-
straight up middle
Do you know,
child.
like what you were just saying
Blind.
about how our mothers treated our brothers differently?
Mm.
For me, my mom had two girls. My sister was treated as the golden child, and then there was me.
Aww.
But then I was more scared of my sister.
Do we have,
than
do we
I
have,
was
do we
of
have
my
sad
mother.
noises? Can we put some tears there?
Lalela, wakhala manje about how your brothers were treated differently too.
Like
I was saying.
don't drag me.
Nah.
How you had the opportunity to make funny sounds
No,
and you didn't
we
take
did
it.
not do that because I was a better friend. Buga manje. Now we're dragging each other during the people's.
Mina ngihlezi I'm never the better friend, fam. I can own that one.
You go in,
never
girl.
the
I
better
am
one.
the better friend.
If
Anyway.
you say so.
So I was always more scared of my sister than I was of my mom because I always felt that my sister raised me more than my mom did, but my mom was working and doing what she was doing.
Yeah.
And then I watched my sister have her son. And I'm just like, how?
God.
Guys, this boy at 10 has a tablet, on a laptop, on a TV, on a PlayStation.
Yes.
Guys, I had to work
God,
and get
gee.
amazing grades to get my first cell phone in grade 6. Yes, that is still a privilege because it's
The
primary
fuck
school.
Yeah.
did she just take to us
Bang.
grade 6 in the phone?
Ah,
It was a
bang.
safety thing.
Safety thing. Thandazela izolo ebuhlungu.
If you got
Uzobuya
the
namhlanje
telecom
ekhaya.
card, you were lucky.
Thandazela
I
izolo.
got a cell phone. I had to pass well. Anyway, that's a
Qhubeka
different
Nush.
story.
White girl
But
on
this
right
little
now.
boy, my nephew is 16 now, right? I'm 29. And I still look at him and I'm like, I want your life.
Twana.
The life you live, where your mother gives you money for being alive. I had to work for money.
Yeah, we didn't get
And
money
even
for being
there,
alive.
and even then, it wasn't even guaranteed that you would get it. You'd clean the house, wash all the windows, wash the car, and you still wouldn't get paid.
Charles, I born now. Why am I paying you? You are the man.
No, motherfucker. Like,
I caught your money la.
But I feel
My
like that's why a lot of
nephew
these kids aren't happy, bro. Because
Nah,
There's that
they're
too.
deprived of life experience. It's just like,
Bo, angithi uyadlala ekhaya. Uyingane la ekhaya.
Wena.
Awuhamba okhanya.
yabo eyakhe ingane
Uyakhanya mntanami. Yeah.
eyakhe ingane is going to be like, she was born in the
But then
90s.
on the flip side,
Yeah,
my
well,
sister
cool, eh?
has now decided this thing where she now has her, because he gets NSFAs from he's
Where?
doing
Okay.
FET and he's gotten out of mainstream.
That's
What we were
okay.
talking about
Sure.
earlier.
Twimp.
And
Yeah.
It's
Twimp.
more suited to than what he was doing earlier. Because
Sure.
He was in mainstream school. My boy was depressed. My boy was so depressed.
Ingane ziba
Now,
depressed.
hey,
Ziba depressed ini.
Ingane leza ama 2000.
Zidepressed ina yonke into.
Ama 2000 awakwazi ukustrugglisha.
Nothing is more saddening than abundance.
Awakwazi ukushuya iteksi yokugcina sekuhlwa.
Lalela.
And the street lights come on and you ain't home.
Yeah, well,
Niggas
that
had to
adrenaline
walk
rush, it keeps you happy.
From Florida to umbilo, guys.
I
'cause
feel like
his
he
mom was
played
like,
himself.
He did.
Yeah, blind.
Then he
Tina,
tried to
she
call
wait
me, but I
exam.
was lit. But that's a different story.
But then I told you, remember what I told you with Tina? I'm a bus stop.
I could
Aibo.
never do that.
Like, guys go about it
I would
differently.
never fucking do that.
To learn, you learn differently.
No.
You know, every guy on Umpata
No.
has got a story where he's like, Exena.
Ungayimbata.
Savele sanika umchita imali yonke imali ika petrol once sesithi samfonela isi off ifoni yakhe siphelile iphathi ama taxi aqala ngopast 4 na yabo kodwa ama taxi
So
mhlawumbe
were you
irate.
guys just stupid? Like,
Yeah.
boys just stupid.
Yeah, you try everything and then you realize what's yazi
So you pay all your money in one go.
that you don't spend it on beer.
Yeah, sasinyo.
I was fortunate because, like, when I started clubbing in Namibia, like, I had an
I'm not talking about
older brother.
clubbing. I'm talking about house party. I'm talking about high
No,
school.
like, I started clubbing in high school.
Yeah.
And my brother would drop me at the club, pick me up from the club. And
White
take me back to
girl.
You know,
But
the
my
first
mother
time I
didn't
went to a
necessarily
club.
know. Okay.
First time I went to a club, my brother stayed in the club. Oh, we matric dance after parts, Yakumboli. So matric dance.
Really?
He stayed in the club, fam.
First time I went to the club.
there.
First time I went to the club, I keep 100 randi, 50 randi. Go up, try 50 randi with taxi. So taxi, so I have Havana, so I could have a punch.
Yay.
God, Havana.
Every-
Oh my God.
Yay.
Havana's still a vibe.
Yeah, everybody of the 7 guys that we were with, 4 of them, I put on my phone. I want to
That is
Gak
not funny, but it's funny.
Genuinely.
Life experience. That's what like these your cousin, your nephew and stuff like that. They don't have those experiences because
They don't have
their
street
parents
smarts. These kids are fucking
because their parents are
dumb,
smothered.
bruh.
Like there's a lady I work with and in Ganya who does not walk to the shop.
Oh no, my nephew was skateboarding in the streets at 9.
Yeah,
Like, he would disappear for hours.
jump.
I didn't have that freedom. I remember leaving for a couple of hours.
Street lights,
And I came home and I caught hands.
But let me
This
ask
nigga
you,
can come home as long as walale can.
Menimbuza, what he wants to do with his life. What's in?
Oh no, he's Travis Scott inspired. I don't know what the fuck that kid wants to do, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you guys don't be our parents and just like
And you
Like,
know what?
Figure it out.
yeah,
as a
take an
boy.
interest,
Yes.
like engage with the child.
Yes.
And like you need
Because
to know
you're
what,
going to end up
what he's
having
thinking.
these kids who are, well, they're not kids anymore, but the working age, bana 20, bana what. And they're entitled in their jobs. Oh no, but I want them trying to ask for like a job or sponsorship or something. And you're like, okay, so what can you bring to the table? Because I'm not just going to throw money at you. I need to benefit as well.
Oh, no, I
And
got a
they're like,
degree, but mine, I got
No.
honors.
They're like, I've got 5,000 Instagram followers. And is your last name Kardashian?
No, that's impossible. At a job
What's up?
interview, people can't be that bad.
People, they lead with, okay, what's that going to do for me is the question. And they'll just be like deer in headlights and not understanding what you're telling me. It's a quid.
I'm glad actually we're having this conversation. I was thinking the other day, like, you and Nushi, in like the past 3 years, have found employment. No Tabi. I'll add Tabi to this as well.
Yes.
You guys switch jobs like nobody's business, yet the unemployment rate is rising
Yeah.
at an exceptional rate. So I'm
Because
thinking
we're
now,
so-
what are people
put me
saying in these
front
interviews?
Of the
Labe kala
interviewer,
ngao-
and I am here. I'm
So-
just like, look, this is me. This is what that I can speak for myself. I'm articulate.
But
I'm
now,
very confident.
when do we
as
start
well.
teaching kids that?
That's that thing. You can't be the whole Travis Scott what. Sometimes a boot in the neck is necessarily for kids. It's not. Oh no, let me give you everything.
Not
let
even
me
that.
what,
Cool.
what.
Travis Scott. Okay, let's go into Travis Scott. This is where Travis Scott is signed to. This is what this means.
Yeah.
Are you still interested? This is what he does not dress himself. He does not write what he says. His Instagram
Yeah.
account is not being done by him.
Right,
You actually
right.
take it. You unpack what the child is into.
But then people, you know what? With how quick the world is and how quick the internet and what and access to things and information, people don't understand Uguti. They look at the Kardashians and they look Mesedlala or what they post on Instagram and they think that's, and everyone's like, oh my God, they're dumb, they're this, that, and the next thing. Actually, they're not. These girls
They're
work
making money, bro.
hard. Yes, they're selling something people look down upon or whatever, but they're up in the morning. They're taking this, they're doing this, they're conceptualizing. They get teams of people who know what actual hell's going on, and they go for it. They've got umuntu othi, this is the next curve, ngena la. Ngena kwami work. They're dieting, barely eat a block of cheese or whatever it is. But they're putting so much, yes, to get like.
God, they've always fraud much.
Have a
Yeah,
block
bro.
of cheese.
Yeah, bro.
This is their life. But they starve each other. Ngeke umuntu abe pregnant, have a baby. 3 weeks later, they all snatched again in a
Yeah, bro,
bikini.
Plastic surgery.
Outside
Whatever
of
it is
that,
called. Are you willing? If you're not,
are you willing to go that far?
That's the thing.
And that's the thing. People see engathi kulula. No, you are not willing to go as far as removing 4 of your ribs to get 1 million followers. You're not willing.
You're not willing to go that far.
Then asiyeke.
Yeah, well-
Yego Kim and her family alone.
and yes, bro. I
'cause
mean,
they're
I was
willing
blessed to
and
be in a
able.
family where it was like, okay, we can see that you like doing this. Tina, asihlangane nalokho. Yabo lento leyo, your grandfather was a bus driver, and he has trophies of ballroom dancing in their house. So lento yama arts,
Yes,
khuleka
you're fair.
siyayazi, yabo. But when I qhubeka, it will being yakho, so we'll take care of it. Kodwa uzomela ufunde. Because lento le, yabo kanje.
We can't bank on it.
So even like, when was it? At 17, I won some Levi's competition, and then I bought some studio monitors, yabo. And that's when my mom was like, "Oh, actually, this might be something." Yabo. And then when she go overseas, she'd come back with like magazines and stuff like that. So that was like her buy-in, but it wasn't her buy-in based on what I've said.
No, it was a buy-in on results.
On results and progress, yabo.
Yeah.
And even though they didn't like check up on it, they showed different like progress and results and stuff like that. So now kids, like your nephew and stuff like that, people are just like, scroop, I seem understand. Nah, bro.
You come to you asking for some
to dive deeper.
5,000.
Bro,
On Instagram,
it wasn't until I did Eat Good Sunday where my parents were like, okay, cool, I've seen.
You know what you're doing, but
And this is at 21. Qhubeka ukuqeda la. And yabo, and I obviously had a supportive mother yabo, on some social work stuff. So she sat me down and she's like, dude, Tira and stuff like that have to hire other people to take care of these things and stuff like that. Do you want that for yourself? Yabo, do you want to be fucked over by your accountant or fucked over by your management guy because you don't understand the process of business? Yabo? And I was like, hell nah. I'm going to do that. So,
yeah.
okay, cool. Sure.
Wow.
To sum it all up, bro, it's like just people need to pay more attention to the kids.
And people need to
Because kids
respect
just
their
because
jobs.
they can type 50,000 words faster than you, it doesn't mean that they have this life shit together.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
at
well,
all.
guidance.
Yeah, and hey.
Now we're gonna speak to like someone who also had a parent that engaged with the things he was into.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Who? My dad. My dad said no all the time. He said no.
Also, this is Silo, the producer,
It was a continual
our boss.
struggle to tell his black parents that I want to do this. I want to
So
do
your
this.
parents at least like
Ask
your
your kids.
dad got you like computers and all of that, didn't he?
Yeah, but then like
His
that was-
dad paid 60K.
For after.
Yeah. But after
fam.
paying him 2 years, I'm just breaking out the context.
Yeah.
Pata, I still had to fight and prove. My dad called me in the middle of, I studied film. My dad called me in the middle of my first music video. I'm shooting my first music video, I'm directing. I'm busting around about 5 white kids.
Yeah.
I'm the shit right now.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
And my dad calls me and says, Silo, I'll pass.
Why are you shaming me, father? Not in front of my friends.
This is in the middle of my debut music
Yeah.
video. I'm just saying, like, you always have to prove to your parents that you're not going to be an uncle who's going to sit and... I think that's every black parent's like worry is that their child's gonna become that, and it's up to you now to prove to your parents that you won't in any which way. I proved it the hard way, the long way.
But don't you think it would have been more like you would have had a more understanding of your dad if he said, La Sil, yabo uJohnny Dimp.
Yeah.
Why is that lento le?
Sure.
Yabo manje use-ofisini.
Yeah.
Yabo lento ngiyayazi lento yakho.
No, that he
So
did
have
say
a
that,
khuluma
but
naye.
that in those words, his way of saying that, he's like, yamazi malumak ade wafuna lama millions. that badge was all called.
Just negatively.
It was the same thing.
But they didn't know how to articulate it.
It was a hard love.
Yeah.
I got it as the hard love. I learned to decode it as hard love because the message is clean. Like, because I was the same guy growing up. I'd bump into my dad. It's all mean. It's all mean. Uchabula kanjani ugqokisa enye indoda.
Wow.
And it's a hard lesson, but when it clicks, it clicks.
Yeah.
When it clicks, like Dino said, that's when it clicks, it clicks.
And you're just like, this is that. That's what you were trying to do.
Like you guys got to like 25. Like my sister cut me off financially at 21. Like, bit of backstory. My mom died when I was 16. And then my sister took over my life. Like I moved countries to live with my sister and that was my life, you know? And it was always crazy that at 21, like my dad cut me off financially, my sister cut me off financially, and I had to find a part-time job to kind of like live my entertainment budget.
Nam life is hard.
No, it was moving to South Africa that was hard. Like I kind of had to like figure out how to be an adult.
Yes.
But then, like, I'm always envious when I hear people say,
No, but like,
it's not
everybody's got to figure out how to
it's
be an
just
adult.
Like, shit, like, I think that's why at every point I've kind of gotten into a career and been like, oh, I like this. Okay, I'm over this. I want to do this. Because at 21, I had to kind of figure out how to make money quick.
Sure.
I didn't prostitute. By
Forex.
I
I did not whore. Thank you very much.
It is
To the other people, no.
There's actually a movie about that, hey? About kids that everything
Yeah,
you
good
did,
job.
you learned. Aww.
No.
No.
You need to earn 3,000 rand for an obscene amount of years before we even
Bruh,
consider.
don't even understand. Like,
Before we even consider raising it to 8.
when I moved back home, like, when I stayed they were in 3,500